Right, let's do a brief audio and visual check. You guys can see I am traveling and got my remote set up. Got my remote set up active. Let's see if we could get it all squared away. You know if you can hear and see. Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you, Coach Hoop. That's a big win. The fact that I could get the audio and visual good on the road so quick. Let's get a few things set up on my end. Go. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to Soul Markets. I'm Coach Dakota, Coach DBA. As always in the YouTube chat, there is our top step risk disclosure. And I say and go overs for educational purposes only. It's not a signals class. You know the drill. And yeah, it is Sunday night. So class is an hour long. Sunday nights. It's gonna be a very busy week. So let's dive into it. You can see I have the daily chart in the NASDAQ, and the markets are starting to move. I was gonna check. Do one more thing. One more thing. Top of the hour. Top of the hour. Markets are absolutely rocking. I have to check a couple things on my end. Okay. This is what I want to point out. Look, you can see this is exactly what I look at when I trade, right? You can see we have the top step X. We've got the depth of market over here on the right hand side. So you see exactly what I want to see. This week is going to be a very big week. If you don't already know, we obviously headlines about the war that those just come in randomly and can move the markets. But look at this. We have Google, Amazon, Meta, Qualcomm, Microsoft, like that, FOMC. What a day. So I'm just gonna go ahead and like screenshot that, baby. That's a wild one. Absolutely wild. Jam-packed week. Right there. Right there. So earnings, Q1 earnings. A lot is going on this week. That's man, that's a full day. Look at this. Look at all those headlines. Jam-packed on April 29th. So Wednesday. That's a Wednesday, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. That's a Wednesday. So definitely can see get this one out of the way. Some volatility come in on Wednesday. Oh no, I just get out of the music. I had the music up. 1 second. 1 second. We gotta have music here for slow markets. Turn the music back on. There you go, Bruno. There's our risk disclosure. we'll get the music going in a second. I want to go over this NASDAQ real quick. Look at this. This is a daily chart on the NASDAQ. And this is wild. I've been talking about it. We only get one new candlestick every day. Almost 20% in the NASDAQ in a month. 30 days. 25 days. Yeah, that's 25 days, right? Yeah, 25 days. 19 candlesticks on the daily chart. That's absolutely wild. Waiting for a pullback. Had some consolidation. Two red days, a little bit of consolidation, and we just keep going up. Let's zoom in on the hourly chart, see if there's any trades. You can see I have my XFAs. My XFAs, same ones. For those who are pocket watching, but yeah, we've had these dips. Each one of these dips have been just being bought up. We have a little bit of a dip here tonight. We have a little bit of a gap down. This is an hourly chart. So as we start to zoom in, you can see we gap down. We're kind of consolidating. I think you can see the gap a lot better on the 5-minute chart. If you're looking at it, we're actually having buyers step in right here, right now. It's not much of a gap. That's what? 36 points. Half of it's already been filled. So the gap to me is just irrelevant. We've been kind of chopping around this for most of the day on the New York session. Like if we want to draw this out, like that's kind of where we've been chopping around in the New York session. We're kind of right there now. 27,000, upper 300s, lower 400s. So hovering around 27,400 back and forth. 27,000 is no longer it's old news. 27,000 is old news. Wonder if we start going towards 28,000. Maybe we go towards 28,000 here. Anyway, let's move on. Let's take a look at gold. Gold might provide a little bit more opportunities tonight. We're seeing bigger moves in gold. We tried to hold the trend. I was bullish for a little bit. This is a 5-minute chart. Let's zoom out to an hourly first. I was bullish for a little bit here in gold. I'm not sure now. I mean, you could still make a case that we're we're holding a little bit, right? We haven't completely broke down through this, 46.90, 46.80 level. We're still holding it for now. There's a lot of selling pressure coming in tonight. We're down 1% here on gold. We're continuing to make lower highs, right? Lower highs. This is actually you can argue it lower equal. The trends, there's a lot of pressure on gold. Let's just say that. Zoom into a 5-minute chart, and we're seeing it again tonight. The fact that we gap down and we're not even holding bid, right? Like we can't find buyers. We gap down, we sold off. We have a nice trend line for reference that I'm liking. I'm liking this, right? I like points of reference where if we break out and we start to get above, I could look at this thing returning back to 4,700. So maybe there's a play here to 4,700 that I'm liking and I wouldn't mind. So let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. I'm actually leaning towards that. I gotta adjust my charts. I gotta adjust my charts. When I'm not home, one thing you want to make sure do a checklist, double check everything before you start trading. So we have some downtrends. Technical trader, technical analysis. We do start to find some support. We start to break through. Maybe we can get back up to 4,700. If we do start to fail and make a leg lower, where can this market go? Maybe we can come down and retest these 680s. There's some low points right there. But remember, it is Sunday night. Very busy week ahead of us. Gold is continuing to sell off and test these lows. Let's get the music going and let's get some questions. So give me a second. I'll get the music going. Let me know if it's too loud. Let me know if the music is too loud, please. And yeah, let's get it. Hello. Hey, Tommy. SBX. Everyone, how's everybody? I also have some news. If you guys, we can still do the special event Wednesday. A little loud? Okay, yeah, I'll turn it down just a little bit. We could still do a special event this Wednesday, but we're gonna need to get up to that 700 light goal. If we could do it Monday and Tuesday, then we could do the special event Wednesday. All right, how's the music now? Gold just made session lows. Gold just made session lows. Dylan, what special event? Well, you're not gonna, you don't know until you get to that light goal. I gotta double check something for me. I'm speaking now, someone says. If you could confirm that, please. We're watching gold make these session lows. Gold's under pressure. Let's take a look at the equities now. I want to see what's going on in this market. We got Nvidia, scratch, a little bit of green. We got Apple's red by 0.37, Microsoft's negative 0.2, Amazon green 0.3. Pretty muted. It's a very quiet open here. Crude, we can take a look at crude real quick. Got crude on this. Crude going up, right? Look at crude. We were at 94. We popped up to these 95s. And we're starting to rally. We do have a little bit of a gap here, right? This gap. And some of it got filled, about half of it. Crude seems like it's just on its way to 100. I wonder if crude's going to see 100 here soon. So, a lot of buyers stepping in on crude. Dollar strengthening. Yeah, dollar's getting stronger. Dollar's up a little bit, just a little bit. Oh, it was an interview an hour ago. I'll click like if the special event is good. Well, you're not gonna get to the special event if you don't get to the 700 likes. You don't even know what the special event is. There's some buyers stepping in right there. Yeah, I'm looking for longs on gold here. Come back up and retest some of these 700. I'd like to see 700s here. Got the bottom of an hour and 20 minutes. For the gap. Tight stop. Second month trading. It's been a roller coaster. What's your advice? Well, 2 months. It's think of it like college, right? You go to college, you expect to go to college for at least 2 years. If you're gonna get maybe a higher education, like 4 years. And you don't expect to just start making money in your career field the first 2 months of college, right? So, have realistic goals, realistic expectations. My best advice for you is to usually size down, smaller size, take it slower. I know it sucks because you see a lot of people just making all this money in the markets and you want to just jump in there and join them. But there's a lot more to it, right? People get paid to advertise big bucks and push their affiliate code and all that fun stuff. And that's exactly what it is. Advertisement, promoting. But it's not the real thing, right? The real thing is the grind. The grind, what you don't see. Right, yeah, buyers bounced off those 80s. Might be getting up to that 700 sooner than later. But there was a missed opportunity there for me. I don't see how I could have got into that long. I think patience is the name of the game. Probably the next guest. Yeah, look at these buyers stepping in gold. Could get that 3-bar reversal. I'm looking for a way to get in. This could be one where you just close your eyes and buy it for this rally up. It in at 94. I want to see a pullback. some way to get in and manage risk. Right now, my stop would be all the way down low. Still holding this downtrend. Start to break through that. I can see us come back up and test these 700s. Close your eyes and just buy it. Yeah, it's just a joke. It's a saying, right? Because you don't want to overthink it. Sometimes, just like in the equities, the past month, right? The equities, we just keep going up, and everyone who's overthinks it as, oh, we have to get pull back this, and this. It's like, and trends this, go with the trend. Look for areas to just buy it. Yeah. Holly, Lakers sweep. Lakers game is going to be starting in just over an hour. I'm going to be watching it. That might be why I'm traveling. I don't think the Lakers are going to win this one tonight because they need Luka Doncic. They need to give Luka a little bit more time. Luka, yeah. But LeBron has been destroying in the playoffs. Excited for it? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. No Kevin Durant again tonight. Nah, he needs to retire, man. All right, let's get into this long. I'm gonna get into one little contract. Let's gotta do ticks. Yeah, technical. Him playing like this when he's 41 years old. Little alley-oop to his son. Down by 6 in a playoff game, and he comes back and ties it and then wins. Got the steal and a game-tying three-pointer. Right, I'm going to add to this. Okay, we're getting some buying stepping in there again. That was a good ad. Happy with that ad. Dakota, what's your goal on these 150K XFAs? Well, my goal is the same with every account. It's just stay consistent, do the same process you see me do every single night. If you've been watching, I know there's some traders out there tuning in, everyone tuning in, who's been watching me for the past few years. You know, it's the same thing every single night when it comes to my trading. Now, I don't want to say, oh, it's boring. It's consistent, right? We tune in, markets open up, we look at the same markets over again, we get some good music on, and we look for opportunities, follow a process, manage risk. Yeah, it's 5 150s, right? 5 150Ks. Yeah, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Not boring, it's consistent. All right, there's a rejection up here at these 90s. We got the bottom of the hour in 14 minutes. See if this will allow me to build a position. I could add a third one. I'm using buy stops to get in. A buy stop. Got a third contract right there. If we come back up and I'm looking for 4,700, 4,700. That's a big round number. We broke down. We didn't really find many buyers in here. This is a 5-minute chart on the left, 100-tick chart on the right. Got 12.5 minutes to the bottom of the hour. I'm gonna add another one right there. I'm long 4. I like that we are holding this level, right? Looking for this to be a higher low, right? Nice support. Held it once, broke out, pulled back. We're holding these 93s again. I'm trying to add as I see the market structure in my favor. What I want to see. Small gains for 2016 says coaches don't like to talk about XFA accounts milking Topstep. Not sure what you mean by that. Give some details, small gains. All right, we're getting buyers stepping right back in. Rejected 96s again. The gold day, huh? So far. I'm in a few microns. Trying to build a position here. Looking for a play back up to 4,700. Nothing else moving. Crude at 96.14, so crude's kind of hanging out there. Equities back up above. Equities NASDAQ is at 27,415. Still liking this. Looking to build a position. We got the only thing we got the bottom of the hour in just over 10 minutes. All right, small gain says now on payout 5 on 1 XFA. Happy to take payouts on 5 XFAs each week. Do I have to go live funded or can I stay with 5 XFA payouts each week? So you could take payouts in your XFA for as long as you have them. Once the risk team determines like, yeah, you have good results in the simulated account, which an XFA is. An XFA is a simulated, then they'll choose to call you up to live. Now, they'll call you up to live, but I'll have to double check, or you can double check. They want traders when they get to live to have at least $10,000 in their live account. So if you only have like $2,000 or $3,000 and you're trading consistently, then they'll give you some extra cash when they bring you to live, or they'll just wait and just watch. You can watch, allow you to continue to trade in your XFAs. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the best when it comes to asking for details. I'm a trader. I know what I'm doing, and I know how I do it. But if you want those details, I know the support and the help. Like, there's a support page, help desk, all that. You could get more details there. I posted about it. News reports for all sessions or New York only? What do you mean news reports? You got this Trader Hub where you can see all the scheduled news events, but over the past few months, we all know how it's been. We all see it in the markets. Headlines come at very random times, right? Like we have the scheduled events, like this Trader Hub. We have the scheduled headlines. These are the headlines that are scheduled. We have FOMC Wednesday, and we have a lot of, look at this. We got FOMC. We got all these earnings. So Wednesday is going to be a very big day for the markets. But then we have random tweets and random headlines that's been, connected with this war that moves these markets very dramatically and very random too. This can be very hard to trade around and predict, right? We got 8 hours or 8 minutes till the bottom of the hour. Still in this long position. Still liking it. We're holding these 92s, 93 level still for a moment anyway. I'm risking, 340 on this. And yeah, with such a big day on Wednesday, we might see some choppy price action until Wednesday. I don't want to say that's what I want. Equities have just been going straight up. We've been hitting all-time highs in the NASDAQ, in the equities. I would like to see a couple days of consolidation going into Wednesday. So I'm going to be live tomorrow morning for the New York session open here on TopstepTV, and I'm going to be looking to play for consolidation. Now we'll see what the market wants to do, but I want to play for consolidation. I do think that we could just kind of hesitate, take a breather, and see what FOMC and the earnings. But who knows? Maybe we just keep going up. Maybe we just keep going up. Goes up. Markets just go up. All right, let's see. We got the bottom of the hour in 6.5 minutes. I'm still liking these longs. I'm going to put another buy stop just above that candle. See if we keep breaking out. And if you've noticed, I've been trading exactly the same way. Little differences here and there, depending on the market, depending on how these markets are reacting, what market I'm trading, depending on the risk management. Little differences here and there. But at the end of the day, it's the same. End of the day, it's the same. Remember, Wednesday is a special day for slow markets. If we get to 700 likes Monday and Tuesday, then I think we're still good. I'm always trying to find ways to do something special for slow markets outside of just, showing all this. Grillo says, do you think they'll position themselves more before Wednesday, deeper pullbacks, etc.? I don't know. I'm not expecting. The best way for me to put it is the markets went up 20% in a month. For the NASDAQ anyway, I'm referring to the NASDAQ. I would expect a bit of a breather before FOMC and the big earnings on Wednesday. Now, what that breather looks like could be a pullback, it could be just sideways movement, or we could even just slowly drift higher. But I'm not expecting a huge move in either direction. Tonight, tomorrow, Tuesday. But who knows, maybe we get a headline, right? A headline about the war, and that moves us why? Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? I'm going in expecting kind of a breather, maybe a consolidation, hopefully a pullback. I'm actually scaled out a little bit of my. I do have to say this. Remember, there's a top step risk disclosure in the YouTube chat. This is not financial advice, but I scaled out of a little bit of my position in Intel. All right, I got out of a little bit of my position in Intel. 25%. All right, bottom of the hour in just over 3 minutes. Someone says, "How, bro?" Sell covered calls. Selling covered calls. I like to sell covered calls. Some of them get called out. Why 100 tick chart? Because I like to zoom in. I like to zoomed in look at the 100 tick chart. We're not finding buyers. Still just hesitating at these 92s. Bottom of the hour in 3 minutes. I will add if we can break through these 94s, right? You zoom in, you can see we keep seeing sellers right here at this 94.6, 94.7. I have a buy stop on a breakout above that. You can see where I keep my mouse. If you guys notice that, I keep my mouse right here. So if I need to just get out, I flatten all. Add. So this is where I usually do a lot of my trade management right there. Right. Add, drag, vice versa. Join bid, join ask, flatten all. So I kind of have my mouse right here. Equities not doing much. We're almost back to settlement there in the NASDAQ. Crude oil, see, 96.20. The dollar pulled back a little bit, so maybe that will help with this gold long. All right, we got triggered in. I got triggered into my 5th contract here. Let's see how we react. We got 2 minutes. I like this level. If we do start to break out, this would be my first level I want to put my stop loss under. If we do start to break out, then risk management gonna be right there at these 92s, 91s. All right, let's see what we want to do here. 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes. I think some buyers step back in, testing the 96 again, maybe. I like what it looks like in the 5-minute, right? We had this down pressure. If we could start to break out of this downwards pressure, I don't know. Trend. I'm looking for 4,700. I'm looking for that big round number, 4,700. Let's see if we can find it. See if we can get it. About a minute left. At bottom of the hour incoming. Green on the screen. Okay, 97s. Get some momentum behind this. I have the refresh rate medium. Yeah. Remember, I would like to shout out to this entire stream. The platform, my computer, 2 little monitors, OBS. This entire stream is being ran off a hotspot on my phone. See my hot? There we go. Everything's ran off the hotspot in my phone. I'm still waiting for a Starlink. Daddy 123. Yeah, wow. It's Samsung. All right, bottom of the hour. Here we go. Let's see if we make a decision. Laughing. Hey, it works. It works. I get good up and down. Hot pocket just ran off a hot pocket. Yeah, traveling and trading, right? Why do you trade? I trade because of freedom, right? The freedom it gives you to be able to travel wherever you want. All right, let's get through this. I'm going to finish this trade up, then I'll answer some more questions. Not really seeing a lot of volatility come in. Not a lot of volatility coming in. Buyers not it. They're trying to. We're trying to hold this. I like that we're holding this. The fact that we don't just reject. Knock on wood. So far. Yeah, I just need to shut my mouth sometimes when I'm in the middle of a trade. Come on. Poke it with a stick. Patience. Proceeds to eject. I know. I was like, we're not rejecting. And then it starts going. I still like this. I'm happy with what I'm seeing so far. We're trying to hold this level. If this could be a higher low. This 5-minute chart looks good. We got to get through these 96s. Pop up to 700. You can tell the volatility is a lot lower. There were days. Who remembers that? There were days when we were trading gold, and we were moving $10, 100 ticks like every 5 minutes. It was wild times. Like 100 ticks every 5 minutes here in gold, and now we're just chilling. Miss those days. Well, either miss them or hate them. Better gold right now. Yeah, we're still seeing some movements. NASDAQ's not doing much. Crude oil, we're catching a bit on crude oil. We're at 96.31. And it's a bit of a just kind of an OG slow market session here. There you go. Man cave trades. I believe you do. Man cave, you have Starlink, right? You trade from the boat. In your slow markets. $110 for unlimited for the entire house, 2 exteriors, 2 network. Dang. Pay $5 a month. There you go. Now, yeah, this will test your patience. This is a can't fall in love with volatility. You have to be able to adjust to these market conditions sometimes. Not liking the rejection here. I spoke too soon on the rejection. What makes you hold on this trade even when it's taking this long? I mean, this trade's not invalidated, right? We haven't really went anywhere. There's nothing that has invalidated this trade for me yet, right? We're still holding these 92s. We're still trying to find buyers here. My stop loss is down here for a reason. Nothing has invalidated this trade yet. I'm saying I gotta just... Market hears me. If we do start to break 91 and start to get a lot of selling, then it would be invalidated. Now we're gonna do that hindsight thing and say, I wish I would have closed it up at the very top. Right? Kill you. Nothing's really changed. Nothing's changed. We're still chilling here. Yeah. I bought it back again. NQ breaking out. Yeah, we can take a look at NQ real quick. Let's take a look at NQ. NQ, we're right back up. We are almost testing that the gap, right? NQ, all right, NQ's going. NQ's moving. NQ's a mover tonight. Look at that, 10 points. That was 10 points. So maybe we could come and fill this gap on the NASDAQ. This is better. This is a better price action than the gold. So yeah, this is a lot better price action than the gold. Got NQ moving. Yeah, break through these session highs. I mean, this session high is here at 420. So there's definitely could be a play for a gap fill. It might break out there. NASDAQ is cool. Joey, Bruno, if you could answer those questions. Now here we go. NASDAQ new session highs, maybe? Back up to settlement. Fill the gap. Gold. Just doing nothing here. Gold doing absolutely nothing. Put on one for the NASDAQ here. I'll put one on for the NASDAQ. I don't mind playing for a breakout trade to the long side here. Right? Are we gonna get it? Break back to settlement. Fill the gap. 1, 3, 4. I don't want too big of a buy stop. Add another one. Trying to break out. New session highs. New session highs. This is one where time will matter for me. This is a breakout trade where, yeah, time is going to make a difference for me now. All right. 22s, 23s. 4s. This is just a quick scalp. This is a quick scalp for me. All right, I'm going to get 26. I got out of 1. A little bit more. Fill it. Fill it. There we go. Fill in 4. We're hesitating here at 24s. I'm going to get out some more. Come on. Yeah. Make out or break out? Alright, yeah, we wasn't that strong of a breakout. I wanted to see a stronger breakout. I made something on it. That wasn't the breakout I wanted to see. Ah, watch. It's a breakout. If it breaks out, breakout, retest, and continuation. Maybe. Yeah, that's what we're getting. That's okay. That's all right. We got the breakout, a retest. Now maybe we see continuation. But the only reason I didn't want to hold on to it too long, I still have this gold. I still have this gold trade going on. Yeah, there goes NASDAQ. Ah. Gold trade. Let's get it. Crude at 96.33. Still got 20 minutes. Add to this. I don't mind building this position. Like I said, I want to find ways to add to positions. That's been my goal lately. Adding to positions, building positions. I like this pivot. We get that breakout. Patience pays. At slow markets, we're not having wild volatility. And so it's okay that things take a little bit longer. How come the NQ is always ahead of the ES? Sometimes the ES is ahead of NQ. NQ moves more, NQ is more volatile. Usually. Yeah, NQ's, look at it. Yeah, see, we broke out. Yeah, we filled that gap now. I think I was a little just impatient. That was that's the breakout I wanted to see. This was just too much for me, right? It was just taking too long on that breakout. A lot of times, you don't know, I can't even count how many times I've seen it just reverse and dump on me. So I'm happy with that one. This is unfortunate. I wanted to see that breakout earlier. Yeah, look at that. Oh, wow. There that goes. Oh, there goes gold. There goes gold. There goes gold. Triggered into my 6 contract. Come on. See if we can get 4,700. 4,700. That's my target. I'll scale out a few. We could find some buyers, step into like 97s, 98s. But I'm looking at this. I watch this 5 minute. This 5 minute is just as important. We got a lot of resistance here at this level, right? A lot of resistance right there. If we do start to break out, I'm going to look for a retest of some of this price action here around 4,700. That's the trade. This is the trade. Buying here, finding ways to buy it based off the 100-tick chart. This 5-minute candlestick, this 5-minute chart is where the setup is. If we break through these 96s, 97s, I'm going to look and see if price can retest this 4,700. It's not that complicated, right? Just DBA concepts. Keep it super simple. Don't overcomplicate it. The hardest part is what you guys see here. The hardest part is getting in, getting out, managing that risk, trying to get yourself into a position to take advantage if it moves there. Because there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. Because this thing could just sell off. A headline could hit. I could just be wrong. We just don't break out. But I just want to position myself that if we do get that move, I take advantage of it. And I manage the risk. True? Yeah. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay, there's an opportunity here. I'm looking for this. I might be wrong. I might be right. If I am wrong, I want to take advantage of it. Or if I am right, I want to take advantage of it. If I'm wrong, I want to lose the least amount. Let's see. We're still there. NASDAQ at these 33s. Nothing else really going on. Amazon's up 0.5%. That means anything to somebody. Crude's 96.50. So crude is catching a little bit of a bid here. Crude is at 96.50. Gold's catching a bid. There we go. If we get that breakout, then I have a good area for my stop loss, right? That's going to be my point of reference that, right now it's at 86. If we do start to catch a bid, then that's where my risk management is going to be. A lot of buyers stepped in and held these 92s. So let's see if we get this here. Patience. Crypto. There's support levels, okay? They offer support. Emotional support. Got Chinese food? No, we got a little something. We got $20 in the bank from the NASDAQ. That pays for dinner. Actually, you know what? It's times 5, so I'm up $100. That pays for a nice dinner, actually. NASDAQ kept going up. NASDAQ got that gap fill. Crude oil keep going up. Come on, buyers. Almost testing these 97s. 800 up, let me go to bed. Nice route. I'm assuming you're saying you're up 800 and going to bed. All right, let's see these 97s. Let's see a breakout trade here. Come on, gold. All right, 97s. Let's get that breakout trade in. Slow. This is a slow. Hey, $100. How much do you make an hour? We're almost an hour into this. Give me $100 an hour. Let's target for gold. I'm looking for 4,700. Went through it a few times tonight on air. There we go. 93s. Let's get this New slow market high. We got a ways to go for a new session high. I don't know if we get there. That's a little bit of a stretch. Just looking for 4,700 on the breakout. Got 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Seeing a little bit of wiggle. This is a big resistance zone. The nice thing is we are starting to invalidate a lot of this selling pressure. There we go. All right. That's what I like to see. Buyer stepping in. Zoom in a little bit. See how I have my mouse on the join ask? So slap the ask. What the market could give us. Sometimes, honestly, even a no trade could be valid. But yeah, there's no trade tonight. Close the charts and go enjoy the rest of your evening or day, depending on where you're at. There are traders around the world, so. Ooh, here's a good question. Once someone gets their trading down, how long and trading before you sizing up? Do you want a real answer? If you could trade consistently for a year, I would then be like, okay, now you have a valid reason to size up. I might even argue if you could trade consistently for 2 years, then you could maybe look at sizing up. But people want to be like, I want to size up in a month, 2 months, 3 months. You know what? Depending on your own personal goals, it's very personalized. Maybe you can make an argument to start sizing up after, 3 months. Yeah. Like I said, think of it as college, right? You go to school, go to a 2-year school. You don't expect to start making money in like the first 2 months. It's like, I want to be a doctor. I want to go to doctor school and start making the money that a doctor makes. Well, I want to do it in the first 2 months of school. Yeah, you're not going to make doctor money first 2 months. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm making a lot more money than a doctor does. But it's taken a lot more than just a few months. All right, we're getting to these 98s. Looking pretty good here, if you ask me. Gold trade might run all night. Well, I'm going to start scaling out if we get around these 4,700s. But it's going the right direction. Cash says I size up every 2 weeks. Grinding higher here. There you go. I'm going to get one right there. I'm going to tighten the risk. Put the stop loss there. We're up 44 ticks. There's 99.5. Oh. Let's get 700. Got 700. Got my target. We're going to close out a little bit more aggressively. Got another one. All right, let's tighten that stop up a little bit more. Got another one right at 700. Yeah. Now we're cooking. There we go. Now I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it. There we go. There we go. 342. 342. And now gold could run all at once because I don't care. So what's the math there? 342 times 5. Just under $2,000 in less than an hour. And Yeah, a little bit better than a doctor, right? A little bit better than a doctor. I think that's all she wrote. Another good one. Another good one in the books. Absolutely bangers. So, there you go. If that is not worth the 700 likes from you guys, everyone who's tuning in and watching, do this each and every night. Obviously, it's not always winners. Um, let's have a good week, right? Let's have a good week. A big day on Wednesday with FOMC and earnings. And yeah, let's just have a good week. I'll be on Top Step TV tomorrow, as always. We'll see how the markets are. I'm expecting a little bit of a breather, but ACH, anything can happen. Take care, everybody, and see you then.